Some people may not like to hear it, but not every Z can be saved or should be saved. A couple of people on the pages were asking why I'm scrapping this car, and just want to do a little overview on it. This car came out of a junkyard. It was scrapped about 20 years ago, they said. Obviously it's dirty. Clear coat is pretty well baked on it, but the body otherwise is decent. Little dings and dents here and there, but it's not horrible. Now, I pulled the engine on it, so that's obviously gone because that's going to another Z car here in Memphis. The main reason for scrapping this car, well, two of them I guess, there is no title, there's no keys, and it's pretty rusty underneath. You see there's a little bit of rust there. Back here, there's holes completely through the floor where this thing sat on the ground. It is fixable, but with not having a title, it's not really worth it going through all that hassle. Then you come up here to the front, and the frame rails pretty shot, dented in, and on the other side of that there's some more holes. This thing basically sat in the same spot in the scrapyard for almost 20 years, so it's pretty well whooped. Some people are going to say this car is savable and I should save it, but my point of view on this is not every Z car should be saved. Now, you may not like to hear that, but this car is going to help many other Z cars that are in a lot better shape stay on the road and stay running. If I was to fix this car up and get it back into the condition that I would like it to be in to be driven down the road, you'd need way more part outs. You need at least probably 2, 3, 4, 5 different cars with all the pieces that I would need. Obviously the engine was junk. I pulled it because there is somebody that wants it for the parts. So you need a new engine. Transmission's questionable. Wiring in this is very questionable after sitting for so long. Side skirts were ripped off in the junkyard. It's missing a mirror on the other side. Back here, the spoiler was missing. It looks like it got pushed in with a skid steer or something when they were moving it around the junkyard. So it took out that light and put a little dent here in the back. Bumper covers been hit, obviously. Interior on this thing is absolutely disgusting. I don't know if you can see in there. It is open. But yeah, the interior on this thing is gross, so it would definitely need new plastics, seats. Dashboard is cracked and starting to peel apart. Windshield is cracked. Just the money alone that would cost to fix this thing is not really worth it. But if it can help, 5, 6, 7, 8 other Z cars to stay on the road, then to me that's a better option. Considering this thing was supposed to be crushed, and the only reason why they didn't crush it was because they knew it had parts in it and could make more money off selling it as a whole car than just crushing it and going for scrap weight. So to me, this is what this car is for. It's gonna help other Z cars stay running, including mine, because this rear quarter right here is gonna be saved, even though it's got a little dent in the back of it, because mine's gonna need a new rear quarter eventually, and I'll save that and hang on to it, and then put that into it when I eventually have it repainted. Not anytime soon though. But the goal is to tear this thing down to its shell and not have many things left. Hopefully we can get people that need parts and want parts and get this thing stripped down pretty good, so we're not junking a lot of good stuff. But yeah, this whole front end will be sold, because really the hood, front bumper, the fenders, they're in good shape, and they could definitely be used on another Z car. This side is more of the same, no rot on the body, just some peeling clear coat. These doors are actually going to get saved and go onto my Z to get rid of the shaved door handles. So when I do eventually have it repainted, I'll have another set of doors for it. And then, of course, we can pull the glass out of it, T-tops. I may even save this back hatch just so I can have the glass in case something happens to mine, because there's really nothing wrong with this hatch. It's in pretty good shape. This light, I don't know, it's spider cracked. I might pull it out if somebody wants it or something. But yeah, this Z is going to serve its purpose. There is a lot of good parts here. You can see somebody had already pulled this door panel off, scavenging parts. Then I think they did it to take the mirror out. There's the connectors right there. This dash is pretty well roached. It's peeling apart right over there. The metal plate is all rusty from water getting in here. The heater core is junk and the floor is soaked. Found that out pulling out the ECU and the wiring harness. But it doesn't smell good in here. It's pretty nasty. But there's still a lot of parts here that we can save and get put into other cars. Surprisingly enough, the door latches aren't broke, and I have a collection of these. Those are going to get pulled off and put into my stock for my car. So yeah, if you're looking for any parts this summer, 2023, hit me up. I might be able to get you what you need. Was already able to pull out the wiring harness for the engine and sold that to a local guy that's harness burnt up, so that's hopefully going to get his Z back up and running. So it just helps out getting more Z's back on the road. And so far the part out I put on Facebook has been getting quite a bit of interest, so if it keeps going the way it is, we'll have this thing stripped down to nothing in no time. But yeah, some people may not like to hear it, but not every Z can be saved or should be saved. Thanks for watching.